What are we talking about? We're talking about drinking. Actually, we're talking about not drinking. It's a blog about sobriety. 1 year, no alcohol for me. And you actually wrote a song about that.
I wrote a song in general about sobriety. Yes.
We just heard it.
I think we did.
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, I was kind of preachy.
No,
I was
it's
kind of
all right.
doing this.
No, it's all right.
I felt angry, so I felt I had to convey that anger. Yeah. I have a lot of feelings about sobriety. A lot of repressed, angry feelings about sobriety.
Oh, why?
I think because in my family, there's a lot of incidents in my extended family of not being sober.
Every family has his or her drunk destroyer.
Yes.
And it's really creepy. And I ask myself, why do we like celebrate this drug? We like alcohol. Yeah, I'm cool. I'm drinking and I mess up all my life, my family, and all my children are scared of me.
Yeah, I don't know. I was different. It used to be different, right? You had the prohibition in the States where it was illegal. And it was like, you must not drink. You will turn into Satan and rape your sister. And that didn't happen. People drank anyway. They had the moonshine thing. So I don't know. I think it's cultural misconception. I think it's pretty wrong. But I think weed is pretty bad too. People think weed is not a bad drug either.
I don't know.
Yeah, they don't. They don't. People think weed is like, oh, fine, you smoke some weed. It's not addictive. And
but let's talk about that. You don't stop drinking like me, but you stopped smoking weed.
Yes.
Why?
Because I spent 16 years smoking weed and it was enough. I feel like I've tasted all the flavors. I've had all the highs and I basically didn't really have my life in control. Yeah, I fucked up. Like I didn't pay my bills. I didn't open my mail. I forgot every fucking meeting that was in my, agenda to do. But, I fucked up. I think that's the general thing. And since I stopped smoking, I've noticed life is a lot better.
What's better since you're done
Sex.
smoking? For real?
Yes. My potency has... Not that I was impotent before.
Is he harder?
He's harder and longer, and there are no periods of flaccitude. It's a lot better.
But you can't stand as long as you could before.
No, I stand longer.
What?
Yeah.
I don't believe that. When I'm drunk, I can fuck longer than when I'm sober.
Really?
For real?
But that's only because your nerves are desensitized.
Because I'm distracted, like, oh, there's a light. Ooh, nice light. Oh, I'm fucking actually. Oh,
but that's funny. There's like two types of fuckers. Some drunk fuckers. Yeah. Some drunk fuckers. I'm a horrible drunk fucker. Like I have difficulty maintaining an erection sometimes when I'm drunk. And if I get distracted, I'm like, oh, there's a bright light over there. I want to go and talk to the bright light over there. And I kind of forget that I'm fucking. So I think sober sex is best when you really can feel what you're doing and control what you're doing.
Here's something really bad.
Yeah.
I can't remember when I had my last sober sex. For real? For real?
That's kind of disturbing. That's slightly disturbing.
That makes me sad.
Have you ever tried picking up a girl sober, like at a bar?
Won't work.
Yes, it will.
No,
but this is the thing.
I can't pick up a girl sober.
No, this is the thing. I've tried this many times and it has worked once or twice. You walk into a club sober at like 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning. You're the only dude in control of his, mimicry
dick.
and dick also and dick, but we're also always slightly out of control. But you have a big advantage in comparison to all the I wanna fuck you. You wanna suck my and you can be the nice guy and at the same time you're a scheming, manipulating piece of shit and you're just trying to get her in bed. I think it's easier.
I don't want to be the nice guy actually. I think I'm pretty cool when I'm drunk.
I think you're pretty cool when you're sober.
I don't know about that. Could be, but I can't pick up a girl when I'm sober because I'm sorry. All the sober, all the chicks are drunk at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning in the club, and when I walk in, Mr. Sober Superstar, they feel like, ooh,
maybe they feel inferior.
Yes, they're.
So you can dumb it down. Maybe you can just play a little drunk.
And they bring a beer to me and say, come on, drink with us, drink with me. And I say, no, I don't drink. And they feel like, ooh, he's got an alcohol problem. He doesn't drink.
Yeah, but there I think you're touching on the general topic of when you confront people with the fact that you want to be sober. You're like, no, you say no to the joint going around, which is more common in my circles, or no to the beer. People think like, oh, you think you're something better than me. Or oh, he's an alcoholic. He has a problem. He had to stop. So yeah, it's difficult. I
should probably start to be cool about it. Just be cool about it. Just be cool about it. Yeah. But I think I'm not at this state now. I'm still feeling like I want to have fun like the others do. I want to be drunk like them. I want to be shit-faced. And yeah.
I had a friend in Greece. His name was Sotiris. Sotiris Tsobanoglu. And his name was Natural High. I know.
Oh, I love his name.
Natural High. That's basically what we called him. And he once told me, Pablo, I can do 3 shots of water and I will take off my clothes and dance on the bar. So I put him to the test. He doesn't drink. So I put him to the test. We went to a club and I gave him 3 shots of water in tequila glasses. And he did them. He took everything off except his boxer shorts and did like the, when you make your penis dance against your boxer shorts dance on the bar. So it's really possible. And if you own it, if you celebrate it, it's cool. But then again, you should be able to have a drink every once in a while.
Probably.
That's what I'm trying to go for with weed. Like, I feel I would like to be at a point where I can have a smoke if I feel like having a smoke, like every other fucking person does in this country.
Like me.
Like you.
Yeah.
Like, once every 4 months, somebody passes you a joint and you're like, oh, yeah, fuck it. I feel like being high. That's fine. But to me, the problem I faced was using it in a medicinal context, using it to be at a point where I felt normal, where I wasn't angry anymore. I woke up in the morning, I was fucking angry at everybody. My mother would call me and be like, hey, can you wash the car for me? And I'd be like, why me? Why me? Why do you want me to wash your car? When, it's like, it's your mama asking you for a favor. You should be like, of course, mom, I'll wash your car. So, I think it's that, not using drugs and alcohol as a drug, as a, sorry, this is kind of perverted, but I like doing it. But as a substance to make you high, not to make you normal.
When I'm hungover, I feel like I just got a bullet in my head.
Yeah, see? So you feel better when on Sundays and Saturdays in the morning. Okay.
It's cool now. It's cool to have no hangover.
I'm kind of disturbed by the fact that you're... So have you had sex since you stopped drinking?
Not really.
You should try it.
To have sex sober. I imagine it's good, but I think I can't stand it long. That's another problem I actually have. I come immediately when I'm horny.
But then, there's a trick.
Like, oh, hello, I just came.
That's funny. I never had that problem. But then I had the problem.
It's not really a problem for me. It's all right. It's more a problem for her.
Well, I win. No, but, there's always the trick of just rubbing one out first. That first nut can be a little...
But usually after I came, I'm just like, oh, I'm tired.
Well, not in front of her. Like before the girl comes, maybe watch some pornography and touch yourself.
Yeah, probably before I go out. Okay. It's hard to get into the game if you're not drinking, and it's hard to go out while not drinking. So I try to pick her up in the fitness club.
That works. See,
you think?
Of course it works. Of course it works. I think most girls go to fitness clubs to get hit on. That's a working theory I have.
I saw once a girl I liked, but I was too scared to say something.
You know what I think everybody should do once? The situation where you're in the supermarket and you see this really nice girl and you kind of look at her and she looks back at you and then you look at her again and then you walk away. Everybody should just one time walk up to her.
That's what I do always.
I know, but just one time, grab your balls and be like, hey, you want to have coffee with this guy?
You see, don't you think it's strange? I'm 33 now. And I still having problem to talk to a girl while not being drunk. That's sick. That's so sick. And that's me. And that's what this drug did to me. It made a stick of wood out of me. Not doing anything. Just being, this is real life. This is actually real. And it just makes me confused.
And the horrible thing is that girls also now expect guys who hit on them to be drunk. And if you're sober, they're like, what's wrong with this guy?
True.
Yeah, that is true. But there's always a good girl in the club. Not like as in a boring girl, as in a girl who kind of gets it that you're being sober. If you sell it well enough, you're like, why don't you drink? Because I don't need to drink. Look at me.
I don't know if it's cool.
Yeah, I've done that.
For real? You're like, I'm sober. I'm so cool.
Yeah, and obviously that's kind of dumb too, to kind of be like, oh, I'm the sober guy. I'm cooler than you. But if you need that as a crutch, to kind of make it happen for you, why not? I do that. Well, I don't now because I have a girlfriend and I love her very much.
Okay, that's all right. But I don't know. If I go out with a group, everybody's drinking, me is not. So their party level rises, and mine simultaneously goes down, and everybody's like, "Don't you feel alright? Come on, have a beer." And I'm like, "Rrr." And I'm the loser of the club, and I feel like a loser, and my aura is a loser aura, and all the girls look at me and think he's a loser, and I feel like a loser, and I'm going home sober, feeling and being a loser, but I wake up alright.
And before it was the other way around. Before you felt like a king, and then the next morning you looked at the piss-stained corner in your apartment. You're like, okay, I'm a loser. So
that's true.
So it depends. I mean, it's a different side of the coin.
I don't know.
Maybe you're 33 and you shouldn't be partying every night at the club anyway. Maybe that's an idea. Because in 7 years,
that's true. When I look at people in my age or older, still partying in the club, I don't feel like, wow, I want to be like them. They're really cool. I'm more like, I feel sad for them.
Oh, no. I think, it's just a matter of getting used to it.
Is there nothing I can do to make my life better? Okay, I see some things that are really improved. I feel fitter, I feel better, my head works, and I'm more work. I do more stuff. And I think that's cool.
I measure everything in how much sex you get. So I
Zero.
No, but it's a work in progress. Before you were just getting sex from being out with like drunk sluts and stuff, and now you're working for different girls.
Don't call them sluts.
I'm sorry, I'll call you a slut. Okay. I meant you when I said drunk slut. Okay. Now it's just different. You're like you need to build up a little bit. When you're on the first plateau, I think you'll get some pussy.
You think?
Yeah.
Who?
I don't know. I know some girls.
Wait, but
you want some numbers?
Do you know clean girls that like sober guys?
No, I don't know any clean girls. No, of course I know clean girls that like, listen, here's the secret. Most girls like sober guys.
For real?
Yes.
Okay.
It's just picking up girls in clubs is a corrupted situation because everybody's under the influence. So obviously if you're not under the influence, but you're going to a place where people literally go to get fucked, in the head now I'm talking, obviously it's going to be difficult to pick up a chick that way. But if you go to different places, go to the gym, man. Try to pick up a girl at the gym. I don't know. Or at the supermarket. I can't even lift
that much, you know. I'm always complaining, but I don't even feel like I always complain. It's not all about sex. It's also about yourself, your way of feeling life. And I think it's getting better. Do you see there any parallels to stop smoking weed?
That my life is getting better?
Yeah.
Yes, there's tons. And I think the effects of the two drugs are somewhat different. I think alcohol makes you, and weed makes you, yeah. Do you want to go out? No, man, I just want to like chill on the couch. So to me, my main issues with weed were weed made me boring. Weed made me less creative. And that's an illusion that weed makes you creative. Like some people are like, I can only write lyrics when I'm on weed. It's bullshit to me. It just makes you a boring ass person. And the main thing is, and I know I always bring it down to sex, but okay, the first thing I noticed when I quit smoking weed 6 weeks ago was my potency was like out of this world. The second thing I noticed was emotions came back. Weed is an emotion suppressor. Weed kills your emotions. At least that's what it did for me. So like I had to be on vacation with my girlfriend whom I've been with for like, I don't know, half a year. And I had to be on vacation and sober to actually comprehend, hey, shit, I love this chick.
For real?
Yeah. I only realized that I loved her when I was sober because weed suppresses emotions.
It's like being on the pill for the girl.
I don't know how that is, but does being on the pill suppress emotions? I thought it just suppresses birth.
Ah, well.
Oh, that's what it's for. Oh, I've been taking the wrong pill all this time.
I always mess it up. Yeah. But so alcohol did the other way to me. When I was drinking, I was going really hard and strong and going crazy and doing things I would actually never do while being sober.
You're talking sex now?
Not only sex.
Just in general. Okay.
In general. So going completely over the Jordan, over the borders.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know. Like maybe people attract the drugs that they feel like they need. Maybe I am or was a too emotional person and I felt like I had to subdue my emotions by taking weed, and maybe you deep down felt that you're a boring person, so you had to get fucked every weekend and prove that you're not boring.
Could be. So my good friends are saying, I liked you. My good friend said, I liked you much more when you were wasted. Do you know the song? I like you better when you wasted. I guess
It's a sad song.
there's a remix from Tiesto.
But
Makes it
maybe
even
a
more
lot of people are, this is kind of mean to say, but maybe some people are boring. And then they feel like alcohol is a solution, but it's only like a 6-hour solution followed by all the guilt and the shame and the hangover. So maybe, I don't know, maybe just be less boring than you don't. That could work.
Alcohol is a killer. Kills everything.
Does?
Yeah. It's at the moment you feel great, but it's a very, very selfish drug. That's what I know. And everyone around you feels bad. In the party moment, it's good. I think I never did cocaine, but I think I have the same relationship to alcohol like a cocaine user to cocaine.
Yeah. I get that. Like the cocaine head needs it to be like on point and do his work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Did you ever work drunk?
Yeah. Hungover. Yeah.
Yeah.
Still having alcohol in my what's that? Bloodstream.
System, bloodstream. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I never drank in the morning or something like that.
Because I'm like, I never worked stoned, which just meant that I never worked.
So, but was there an addiction? I would say there was no alcohol addiction I could feel for myself. So like, I need to drink that it stops shaking, or I need to drink to, or the craving. Is this the right word? Craving for a drink. I never had that. Do you had it for a joint?
Yes.
For real? Like.
Yes. Yes, not a physical craving. But first, just to get back to alcohol, there's 3 types of medicinal definitions of an alcoholic. There's the binge drinker, who goes hard Friday, Saturday night and gets completely fucked.
Me!
Then there's the level drinker, who needs like a glass of red wine every hour just to keep the level. And then there's the period drinker, who has like 1 month of complete drinking, then 1 month of sobriety. So, I don't know. But what was the weed question again?
Was it really addictive for you?
Yes. Weed is, to me, I know people, there's studies that show weed is not addictive. Bullshit. I think weed is really dangerous not because it's a dangerous drug. Like you cannot kill yourself with weed. I could smoke 5 kilos of like super sensy haze, whatever, and I wouldn't die. But I feel like it messes with you on an emotional level. That it keeps you from growing as a person. Like, look at the classic, typical, like, 40, 50-year-old stoner weed heads who've been smoking for 30 years. Are those ever people you want to hang out with in general? Except if they're, like, a rock and roll musician or they have something really awesome that's kind of self-continuing because somebody else has influence over it. But, like, if you take a normal person with 20 and give them 30 years of marijuana smoking, they're going to turn into some boring-ass fucks.
Why do you think the hip-hop scene, why do you think they glorify smoking weed so much?
I'd say sorry about that if I was sorry about it. It's my girlfriend, sorry. I think you need something to glorify. And it's not that, I mean, there's still a lot of weed glorification, but they've skipped to MDMA now. And alcohol. Really? Yeah, Molly. You never heard the expression Molly? Poppin' Mollies?
No.
It's been out for a couple of years. What's glorified in the hip hop scene? In the States, it's like codeine, in the cough syrup, scissor, whatever they call it, purple. But marijuana still gets a lot of glorification. I don't know why. It's interesting. I once read an article in Bravo, the Swiss teen magazine, German teen magazine, and it had like the classic techno head, and his favorite drug was ecstasy, and the classic rocker, and his favorite drug was beer, and then the classic hip hopper, and his favorite drug was weed. I think when I read that at the age of 9, I was like, okay, I think I'm going to be a hip hopper.
Okay.
I don't know why. I don't know. It's always been associated with maybe because hip hop was invented by Afro-Americans in the States, and maybe because those individuals at that time. Actually, did they talk about weed then? I don't know, man. I don't know.
I know why they do glorify that stuff.
Tell me.
Because it's like, I fuck life. I'm stronger than life. I don't care. I smoke. Tomorrow I die. Who cares?
It's a good way.
It's once in a lifetime. It's me living now, right now. And there's no other way to express that you live in the moment than to fuck yourself up because you actually don't care what's happened to you or to your life.
Oh no, Mr. Period joke fell down again.
Mr. 10 Pound, put him back.
I put him back.
Mr. 10 Pound. Warm, slightly applause for Mr. Tampon.
Applause, applause, Mr. Tampon.
Well, that's the reason why. Because when I was young, when I was like 9, 10, 11, 12, when I saw people smoking or drinking, I always felt like, these are losers. I never want to be like them.
And then it changes.
Then it changes and you start to do the same stupid stuff. And it makes no sense to glorify drinking or smoking weed. There is no sense.
I don't know. Maybe it's a will for self-destruction. Because I remember not smoking cigarettes. I smoke cigarettes now, right? I remember not smoking them and thinking like, you're a loser. You smoke cigarettes, you're a loser. Then I had my first cigarette and was like, this is fucking disgusting. I mean, ask any smoker. The first cigarette is disgusting. It's worse than your first beer. And then you just started getting into it, and you never question yourself. Why am I doing this? I might get lung cancer. Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe we cannot face life sober. That's my point. I want to get with you and your great idea of giving money to kiddies. The money you save drinking, you should give it to kiddies, right?
Yeah.
It's a lovely thought. I like kiddies, but fuck that.
What?
Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. The money you save drinking, spend it on yourself, because you're doing it for you, not for some damn kiddies. If you want to give money to kiddies, give some money to kiddies.
But it makes me more happy if I can do something to someone.
But why do you have to do something good for yourself for somebody else?
It's actually good for me. If I give somebody something, I feel good. If I know a kitty cat, a meow kitty gets something from me, it makes me happy.
Okay.
If I can give somebody,
that's fun.
And if I'm honest, I save much more than $100 a month not drinking.
True. That's
because
a weekend.
I was drinking on a weekend for about $200.
Yeah. So
one weekend, so it makes
$800 a month.
Yeah,
that's what I pay in rent, homeboy.
Yeah, that's what went down my throat and gave me happy times, fucking longer and well. But now I love my sobriety. It always sounds like, okay, I love my sobriety. I really do. I really, really, really do. And if I could recommend anybody out here to stop drinking, I would do it, and I do it now. Stop drinking. It's nothing. It's a dream world that not exists. It's a big bladder of nothing.
That is true.
Yeah, and I would be happy if I realized that before my 33rd birthday, but I now realized it, and I still can be happy, being happy about real stuff, not about I don't know. I laughed about everything when I was drunk.
But it's probably also selfish to give the advice that's good for you and good for me. Like for me, I say, if you're a weed head, you smoke weed every day, stop that shit, homeboy, your life will get better. But like in general, if somebody has a regular, or let's say what I call a healthy approach to substance and narcotics abuse, which is, if you feel like getting drunk, get drunk. I got drunk on my vacation. In 3 weeks, I got fucked up one time. It was cool. It was nice. We went to the club, but I also went to the club sober, and we had a good time too. So.
For real?
Yeah.
But you had a better time when you were drunk.
No.
What?
I dance better when I'm sober. When you're drunk, really you think you dance better, but all you're doing is like grabbing your crotch and rubbing your dick on some girl, which they don't like, by the way. They've told me that.
I have only one rule: stay away from the dance floor. Doesn't matter if I'm sober or drunk.
Really? You never dance?
I don't know if you can call that dancing. It's more like falling.
Well, but it depends.
I fall.
Yeah.
From time to time.
Yeah. I don't know. I think dancing is fun. But I told you a story earlier about a friend of mine who was really shy and he never dared to dance. So he started experimenting with, getting pretty wasted before going to the club. And speed. And he did some speed, some amphetamines. And now he's not doing too much of that, so that's okay. And he kind of learned how to let loose and go and dance in club.
Let loose. Come on.
Let loose, bitch. Let loose, bitch. Can you make your titties?
But it's hard. You can. Ooh.
I can, yeah.
But you're working out, right?
Yeah, I'm working out.
How much do you go to your training?
I don't go to a gym. I do push-ups at home.
For real?
Yeah.
I go to a gym, to a really expensive one.
Yeah, that's because people think that if you buy like the really expensive gym shit, you're gonna like grow muscles.
You
have to work, homie.
Yeah, next time I think about working. But
Buy like for $20 you can buy 2 push-up grips, and you can also buy a chin-up set that you can do chin-ups in. You're good, homie, and go for a run every once in a while.
I thought I can buy my muscles.
No, cannot buy your muscles. You can buy tits, but not muscles.
But I can probably find a cute girl in my gym, and I already know she's rich because it's an expensive gym. So that's a good selection there.
Yeah, but you're not rich, and you're going to the same gym.
That's all right.
It's okay. The girls are rich. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Go to the gym, pick up girls, and working out in general. Like I feel if you want to quit any drug in the world, most of the time you're gonna replace it with another drug. Now,
replace it with workouts.
Yeah, because all you're doing, if you're taking MDMA, the serotonin or whatever that fucking happy hormone in your brain is released, it's already in your brain. Like, all you need to do is find a natural way to get at that shit, which is like jogging. You know, you've heard the expression runner's high.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to sound like a fucking priest here.
Yeah, it sounds pretty...
it sounds... I'm just saying, like, if you smoke weed every single day of your life, you know who I'm... if I'm talking to you, like, you know who you are. If you're smoking weed every day, you know it's kind of wrong. You do.
If you're drinking every day, you're pretty cool. You're a rock superstar. Yeah, you're like Lemmy from Motorhead.
For another 20 years until you get cirrhosis of the liver.
Okay, probably.
And
or
die.
getting depressive. Or something.
I don't give a shit about... Why am I apologizing for being preachy? I feel preachy. I feel my life has become better.
You're the preacher.
Not the preacher, a preacher. I feel my life has become better since I stopped smoking weed.
For me, the same.
Yeah. And I'm looking... I know you're looking forward to having a normal... What we call normal. Just a healthy way of having a drink again. You might have a drink again after this year.
Maybe.
Are you planning to get super fucked on the day that this year is over?
No. Actually not. No. For real not. I don't know if I want to ever drink again because this stuff made some pretty stupid things in my life. Alcohol is a very big topic, like a bear in my neck all the time. Not only because of myself, because of other people I know. And I look at them and I feel like, so you fucked up your life from drinking what's supposed to be fun and not supposed to kill yourself. So I'm a burned child, and I will never be a drunk fuck up.
That's good. I'm never going to be a fucking stoned ass 45-year-old dude who can't get his dick hard and doesn't get pussy. I'm sorry I keep measuring it in sex, but
I don't get pussy and I'm sober. So
you will.
We will see. But I also want to say, keep on partying. Never stop. Keep on living life. Yeah. Celebrate.
Yeah, but I'm not propagating like being boring and staying home. Go fucking let loose. And if you want to drink. But if you need the drink, I'm just saying, if you need the drink or if you need the weed to be at your operational temperature, to be able to have fun, I don't know. If that's right for you, that's right for you. But maybe just question it.
I guess we made our point.
Yes.
It's time to say goodbye now, Pablo.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening, and thanks for your beautiful track about... I didn't understand any words, but I think it was cool.
I'll post the lyrics in the comment box.
Thank you.